never knew. I say hi, how's your day? What's new?
Now, from around the world, around the country, around the corner, around and around and around we go. It's NUG Life Radio, NUG Knows with Benji.
The U.S. Supreme Court has declined a hearing for an unusual lawsuit using a rare procedure to attack marijuana laws in Colorado. The suit was filed by Oklahoma and Nebraska over a year ago, and it alleges that the marijuana policies in Colorado are draining their treasuries and placing stress on their criminal justice system, citing a quadrupling of marijuana seizures between 2008 and 2013. But the federal government's top appellate lawyer, General Donald B. Verrilli Jr., refused to hear the case yesterday, writing that Oklahoma and Nebraska contend that Colorado's legalization of marijuana increases the chance that third parties will transport marijuana back across state lines, but not that Colorado has directed or authorized anyone to do so. The court did not give an explanation as to why it did not hear the case, but Verrilli stated that Nebraska and Oklahoma could pursue their objections in a more conventional suit filed in a federal trial court.
I would like to petition that we kick Nebraska and Oklahoma out of the neighborhood. It's just like having a noisy neighbor, for the most part. You might get a piece of trash in your yard, and you can do the best you can, but it's your job to keep your yard clean.
They could solve the problem with having a road that is considered a free zone to go through, like
sounds like entrapment.
Yeah, no,
it's a drug road. You guys all just drive through here, single file.
That's what it's for.
Yeah. Dumps right into a jail cell.
That's assuming that the authorities are honest.
I like the chase.
Yeah.
Well, from the get-go, Colorado, they say we don't have a problem here. It's not our legalization problem here. You guys have a marijuana problem over where you are.
Right, exactly. And the point being that if they would change their laws, everybody would be happy, but you have to be a responsible patient. If you're in Denver, it's up to the individual, to cross a state line where it is illegal, you're going to look at consequences. If you can go 500 feet, don't bring it back home.
Yeah, but people are going across the border, bringing it back. Sometimes in large amounts, I know, but
Do you know personally?
I research the news. I find these things out. But Oklahoma and Nebraska, you just need to legalize it.
Yeah, especially Oklahoma. It's all flat there and boring anyway.
And you see, the Obama administration told them drop this months ago, and here you go.
Well, you know how the guys from Oklahoma are. And once you get Nebraska involved, it's just trouble.
Yeah.
What else you got in the news?
Sorry, what were you going to say, Dennis?
Oh, no, just that they don't smoke no marijuana in Muskogee.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Dennis.
All right, well, medical marijuana manufacturer Vireo Health of Fulton County, New York, is claiming Google's decision to reject 2 of its advertisements is out of retaliation. The ads were pulled just hours after the company publicly complained about the search engine's policies. 7 advertisements from Vireo had previously been rejected for containing the words medical marijuana or medical cannabis, but were then allowed to run with those terms removed. But after the company released a statement on Friday complaining that Google's decision prevented them from marketing their products, Google pulled the ads that they had previously allowed. Vireo Health CEO Ari Hoffnung says that we are shocked and dismayed that Google chose to retaliate instead of engaging in a constructive dialogue. Google said in an email on Friday that they have strict global policies regarding medical ads, including prescription drugs, medical devices, and other items in addition to marijuana.
Bam! And that sounds perfectly okay. Google is a private company. You can use Bling or any of those crappier search engines out there that are virus to your computer every time you download something.
Right.
But Google is a private company, and if they have a policy that says we don't advertise any medical prescriptions, and they're not advertising for Viagra.
Well, they say they have strict policies.
So they're just picking and choosing.
Yes, and they initially ran these, and that's what's kind of, raised a question in their heads. And
the number one search term is marijuana right now in Google. Why are they against?
Yeah, I don't get that. They ran the ad, and then after they complained about the policies, they had to pull medical marijuana and medical cannabis out of their
I'll go back to Yahoo search engines in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yahoo!
So they allowed them to run, and then after they complained, they pulled the ads.
Dennis, why?
So
it's all part of conditioning and the brainwashing that we all undergo by the government.
Okay.
And yeah, you get look at the response that they had at San Bernardino and hacking into an iPhone. That they make this whole emotional argument about it when Apple wouldn't break down. All of a sudden now they go, well, we could have probably done it without them anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this didn't work. I mean,
don't become dependent on somebody else's product. That's the bottom line there.
Yeah, and I guess if they're not working with you, advertise somewhere else. That would be my suggestion. Either that or put the ad up the way they want it.
I'm not stopping Google. I know that. I love Google.
Yeah, they're kind of a big company.
And they're an awesome place to work at. From what I hear, you get to ride a big wheel to your desk and
Lucky Charms all day long.
I like my cannabis, but I like Google as well. And if they've got a policy that I don't know. I'm trying to be pro Google, even though I know they're playing favorites because let Anonymous take care of it.
Really, the First Amendment. What's the point? I mean, yeah. I mean, we simply can't let that get in the way.
What the hell did you eat before this show, Dennis? He's like a pull string toy today. I'll call it a Della. yeah, man. Sometimes your mind goes chaotic, and sometimes there's chaos in your mind, man.
What can you do?
POW 420.
Good.
What else you got in the news, bud?
Well, Nicholas Cunningham, one of Washington, D.C.'s Kush gods, pled guilty on Monday to 2 counts of selling marijuana to an undercover officer. Cunningham operated a fleet of luxury vehicles under the Kush god's name and had originally claimed that he gave away marijuana or edibles for donations. And during the trial, Cunningham was unremorseful, saying, "I feel that I've been a benefit and not a harm to this city. I did get ahead of myself in terms of the law. It is legal to possess up to 2 ounces of cannabis in Washington, D.C., and adults can legally give up to an ounce to each other, but sales are currently prohibited." Cunningham was ordered by the judge to repaint the Kush God's vehicles within 30 days and was given a sentence of 180 days in jail, which Judge Rhonda Reed Winston suspended and instead placed him on 2 years of probation.
What crap? That's such a good thing. People have been smoking marijuana. Let me tell you one thing. Luxury rides are usually used for real drugs. And you actually have somebody who's endorsing doing something safe in the back of their, safely driven vehicle where the driver is not under the influence, and they're going to get you from point A to point B. Should be considered private property inside the back of there, and they should be absolutely allowed to continue operating. I support the Kush gods.
Oh, I do too. And they were operating under the same pretense that California dispensaries have operated under for
Dennis said he hated them. Dennis, why do you hate the Kush gods?
I was just thinking, now, there's apparently 2 counts. Now, is this 2 counts like he sold them one on the same trip, or did the guy actually make 2 different trips?
He must have sold it, not used the word donation, and used the improper verbiage.
Yeah.
Because this is an audio recording case right here.
Yeah, it says 2 counts, but I believe they were both part of the same.
Right.
The same thing.
Yeah.
So he didn't say donation twice? Is that the issue?
From what I remember from the last time I talked about this guy, he had maintained that he had always referred to it as donations. I don't know. I haven't listened to the recording, so I don't know if that's even public at this point. But yeah, so like I said, this is something that California dispensaries have been operating under for years. They say they don't. You go on, even on Weed Maps or iBedTender or any of the sites, and it'll say, instead of buy one get one, it'll say donate one get one. So they do that to
so what's the well, we'll find out. We'll look more into this. We're going to do some heavy research and digging, even if we have to go to Colorado ourselves.
Well, this is in D.C.
Well, we know a guy in Colorado who has a good news source.
So I guess donations, I guess they consider that a sale.
Yeah, I thought this was in Colorado. Big difference. Take the business over to Colorado. You got a fleet of cars, man. This stuff would be more than welcome. Or Las Vegas would just absolutely eat you up.
I guess the real issue is having a car painted over with weed markings and plants driving through D.C.
Right. These are wrapped.
It's probably really what was more than...
These are just wrapped cars, so they just pull the stickers off. And
so they've got 30 days to repaint them. Can we still get 30 days of advertising on the side of them before they do the rewrap?
Get it out while you can.
Yeah,
right?
We support you guys. How much for the 30-day going out of business package?
And they are Mercedes, but I don't know what models those are.
I freaking love this guy.
They look nice.
Kush gods. Well, this is NUG Life Radio. that is NUG News from
Yep.
Benji Cooper, the latest and up-to-date in your cannabis correspondence. We'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to come back. We got Dennis Boisvert. They either have visited Natalie DePriest or they are visiting. I'm not sure. I heard Cooper sent some love letters, and they're going to get an answer. It said circle yes, no, or maybe. We're all on ears. We'll be back after these messages.
Oh, what are we doing tonight? Oh, you know we feeling good. We got the weed and the wine. Yeah, what are we doing tonight? Oh, you know we feeling good. We got the weed and the wine. Let me hear you, B. Oh, what are we doing tonight? Oh, you know we feeling good. We got the weed and the wine. Yeah, what are we doing tonight? Oh, you know we feeling good. We got the weed and the wine, 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 oh, the weed and the wine, the weed and the wine, oh, the weed and the wine, the weed and the wine, oh. We brought the weed and the wine. How you guys feeling? All right.